for playing.
Welcome back to the ACCRA Esports Week, where we are having all the excitement in the world right here today. We are live at the ACCRA Mall Food Court, and of course we are crowning all the tournaments that we've played throughout the week right here today. So we just witnessed the quarter-final and semi-final stages of the FIFA 23 contest. Of course, there was an FUT tournament right here, and up next is another eFootball game. And in fact, it is eFootball proper. You know, this is a game that has migrated, or that has evolved from the Pro Evolution Soccer days, from winning 11 actually, and now we have it, as we call it, the eFootball 2023. And so we also had 16 players showing up for that particular game, and we have played throughout the group stages, throughout the quarters, and now we have the two finalists ready to do battle. And I have been joined by my brother here, who will be helping me with the cast, and I'll let him introduce himself. Brother, talk to us.
Yeah, so Victor, actually, it's a big game that we are looking forward to. We saw Yao in a previous game. We also saw MBO, and we're looking forward to a very interesting game, knowing well that both gamers are very tactical as well.
Definitely, the match coming up is definitely between Yao, who is a Portuguese international, and he is one player who has played this game for a very long while, and in fact he's an online player too, so he decided to just join the community, help us celebrate this ACCRA Esports event, and also participate in here, and his performance has been absolutely magical. Do you remember that semi-final between him and Prince?
That was actually nerve-wracking. They hold all of us watching the game for several minutes, able to take the lead. That is very tactical. He knows what it's about. He knows how to finesse the ball, distribute the ball among his players. And I think that this is a final with a player who understands the rhythm of the game. MBO, he's seen it all at the international level, and I'm sure he'll be replicating his form right here.
Right now, talking about MBO, he is that boy from Fadama. Yes, the streets of Fadama, and he made his way, he carved his way right onto the world stage by representing Ghana at the Global Esports Games right there in Istanbul, Turkey, about a few months back. And so he has all that experience from the international stage coming into this very grand final. So that tells you that MBO, he is no small player himself. Shout outs to Play Province for particularly discovering him and then giving him that pedestal that he has right now. And today he comes up into that grand final with that wealth of experience up against Joao. It's going to be quite an exciting match. What do you think will be the pattern of this game here today?
Well, I expect both players to be a bit tactical. I expect both to also hold the ball a bit. You know, this is a final. You cannot open too much, else you'll be punished.
Definitely, you can't hold too much because you definitely stand to be punished. But then, I think on your screens right now we see the team choices. It looks like MBO has gone for, it looks like the Argentina national team. And Joao, I think, is playing with the French national team. He said he was going to play with his Portuguese team, but it looks like there might have been a change of mind right here. What do you think may have informed this decision?
He wants to be very comfortable with the team that he has used throughout this tournament. It's only prudent that you make use of what you have. You make use of what you know. You make use of the people that you can be able to, control around. The baton you can easily control around. He understands that this French national team, I've already told you, it seems they've got a certain secret. Anybody who uses them just knows that they can give you that result, and that is what Yao is doing. As for MBO, I'm sure he wants to switch a bit and confuse Yao.
All right, let's see if that switch can actually confuse his opponent right there. But then we'll be coming very soon to you with some clarifications right there, particularly as pertain to the jersey choices, the team choices and all that. But then on your screens, I think we can't see the formations that are going to be utilized. It looks like the French national team will be employing that 4-3-1-2 formation right there. But then tell me about the French national team. You have previously mentioned about the depth and quality they have, but then give us more information about that team.
Well, so the French national team, I've already told you, they've got so much depth, they've got so much quality. This is a team that have got a lot of attacking threat, especially when it comes to the final third of the pitch, where they've got Kylian Mbappe, they've got Olivier Giroud, they've got Karim Mustafa Benzema, another lovely player, I mean, who does not fear any defense at all anytime he's approaching them. They've also got a very experienced goalkeeper in Hugo Lloris, I mean, who have been to so many World Cups, understand the tempo of the game. And so in the middle as well, they've got the likes of N'Golo Kante, but I do not know whether he's going to be deploying them as well. So I think all round they've got such a very talented and then very deft squad.
All right, a talented and all-round squad right there. But then talking about the Argentines, I mean, this looks like that World Cup final that we witnessed. In fact, it is actually the simulated World Cup final. Talking about the Argentine national team, what do you have to share about them as well?
Yes, I mean, the Argentines, I mean, just this, you just drew my attention to something. I mean, these two teams played in a final in Qatar.
Exactly.
I mean, interesting final we witnessed there. I expect that in the first 30 minutes, in a real final, there was no action for us to actually toast about, but in the dying embers of the game, from 40th to the 90th minute, that was where the game really came alive. It lived up to the billing. That was where Messi was at his magical level. Kylian Mbappe got into the frame, and so I expect that today we are going to have nothing short of that final witness at the Lusail Iconic Stadium.
Definitely nothing short of that. Excitement is what we are going to be experiencing here at the Accra Mall Food Court, where we are bringing to you the very grand final stages of the Accra Esports Week, the biggest ever esports experience here in Accra, in Ghana, in fact in West Africa, probably on the globe, because we have actually seen 12 different gaming disciplines played. Yes, we have seen eFootball action, which we are about to witness right here. We have seen FIFA, we have seen Call of Duty, we have seen Apex, we have seen the Frozen gameplay, we have seen some action from, I mean, sim racing, of which we will be seeing the finals also coming up very soon on your screens. We have seen action from so many games, and there is a pot prize of 20,000 Ghana cedis to be distributed among, I mean, the several games that we are playing right here. So we are here in the food court of the Accra Mall, where, I mean, the atmosphere is so amazing. What do you have to say about this ambience right here?
I mean, the ambience is crazy. It's definitely, I mean, look at the number of people who are catching a glimpse of this wonderful Accra Esports Week celebration, the final. I must say, I mean, it's interesting, and it is just the right moment to sell what the esports community have got under their sleeve. I mean, this is a time to send a message across the whole nation that, look, there's something new coming up. There is a certain wave that is, I mean, cruising across the entire world. And I mean, Europe already caught that flame, and then they are running with it. It is time for Africa, and I'm sure Ghana will be the gate leaders here.
Definitely, it is time for Ghana, it is time for Africa to get on that stage here, and what a way to do that, introducing the Accra Esports Week, the biggest esports experience. So we are ready to get into that final game right now, coming up very soon on your screen between Joao and, of course, MBO. It is a game between France and Argentina. So let's get into that game now, as Carl Victor will be giving us the commentary from that match. It is the Accra Esports Week, the very grand final of the eFootball Conquest, right here on your screens.
Well, so they've been looking forward to this particular stage, and the stage is set now here at the Accra Mall Food Court. So MBO will be looking to take on Yahoo in such a very interesting match right here. And in just a few seconds, both players actually will bring into us what we expect to see. As for MBO, he's got so much credentials as far as esports is concerned. He just touched down from Istanbul, where he was kicked out at the round of 16 stage. I mean, very interesting one.
Yes, I mean, he really did well, because, I mean, coming from the streets of Adama, you know, just from the local game centers, rising through the ranks among all other e-football players in this country, because there was a qualifiers held, the national qualifiers, and getting on that airplane into Istanbul. Wow, I just feel, I mean, so much pride for him, and I'm sure his parents, his family are all proudly supporting him right now. His teammates, of course, from Play Province, I mean, some of them have played FIFA here today, and I'm sure they will be solidly rooting behind him. In fact, they've brought quite a contingent. The Play Province boys, they're so loud right behind me, supporting him right through. But of course, Joao from Portugal, I mean, he is a Portuguese international who probably has spent some time in Ghana here.
Well, he said he's played through the ranks, probably at the international stage. And he says that he remembers that one of his colleagues back in 2006 used to be one of the most prominent gamers even till now.
Wow.
And as for MBO, he told me that he managed to score a French person, he scored a Portuguese,
exactly.
He scored someone from Belgium
stage.
and was kicked out by Iranian, who went on to win the final.
Wow. So definitely he has no fears coming into this match.
Certainly.
All right, so there we have the setups on your screen right now. We're definitely getting ready to do action. And here we go with kickoff.
So there we go. With this in mind, it tells you just one thing, that the final for the eFootball is on. And it's MBO that is playing with Argentina from left to right, as Yao is kicking with... Well, so MBO is using France. Yao is using Argentina. So quickly thinking there, it's Argentina with possession. Lovely ball, Vic inside, straight into the hands of Hugo Lloris. That promises to be interesting as well. Rodriguez is back to DePaul, back to Messi, looking for that space to try the ball through. Lautaro Martinez inside, but that is quite feeble. Hugo Lloris once again will come to rescue for MBO. Kunde. Oh, beautiful play by Yao, once again getting to that vital area. Returns the ball back to Paulo Dybala. Oh, what a save there. Oh, that is it. That is it. And it's Zhou who has gotten his name on the score sheet at this juncture. Just look at the replay. Quality stuff there, Vespa.
Wow, definitely quality gameplay right there from Joao, right from the build-up to that goal there. And then, I mean, he has drawn first blood in this very grand final match right here, sending some shock waves down the spine of MBO. Definitely MBO would want to be aware about the silky nature of course, I mean, Joao's gameplay right here. Talking about the gameplay, I mean, MBO in that semi-final came up with about 6 goals right there. So, I mean, I'm expecting him to return with some goals of his own too.
So let's see what unfolds in this particular game. Here comes MBO surging forward through Karim Mustafa Benzema. Flips the ball to the left side looking for Kylian Mbappe, but unfortunately fails to get him. But it's Argentina on a surge out front now through DePaul. Lautaro is back to Dybala. Lot of space for him as well, but it's been stopped by Mbappe. It's back to Karim Mustafa Benzema. The big Benz will be looking to spark quickly, but it's yet to do that. Marcos Acuna back to Di Maria. Looking for that space. Well, quite doing well in the middle. End-to-end stuff here in the middle. Lots of action down the middle there. Otamendi back to Acuna. Flip to the far side. He finds Dybala. As you hope to find a lot of space down the far side. That's Lautaro Martinez. That's inside. Oh, what a shot there. Lionel Messi. But Hugo Lloris have got other ideas. Beautiful play there from Yao. MBO. Mbappe drops to Karim Mustafa Benzema with a lot of space in front of him. But again, he's been cut out quickly. Martinez back to Otamendi. Here's Go Rodriguez right in front of him. Switch play to the far side. Marcos Acuna is back to Lautaro Martinez. But MBO recovers so well down the middle. Griezmann has got Karim Mustafa Benzema, finds him onto his path. He's got Kylian Mbappe, ample of space there. Twisting and turning within the 18 yard. Has been stopped by Romero. Here it comes again. Quality play there. Chasing his friends out. Mbappe. Oh, good. And what a save there from Martinez. Emiliano Martinez.
And the referee seems to be pointing down the spot kick. It looks like there was an infringement spotted, and that has resulted in a penalty kick here from MBO. An opportunity for him to drop her.
Here comes Kylian Mbappe. Step up. Simple goal there. He is leveled. He is leveled. MBO is leveled here. What a kick by Kylian Mbappe. And it's back into this tie.
And what a proper final we have on our hands right now. The game has drawn level after about 29 minutes. Exciting. I mean, a final definitely should be a fair game for both sides. And so let's enjoy this one.
Well, Yao looks to be a bit defensive-minded in this game. But he hopes to take the game to MBO as well there. Martinez is back to Messi. Looking for Martinez again. Finds Dybala. Ample of space, but he's got a man in a white and Light blue just at the far side, but it's MBO who have recovered so well. N'Golo Kante finds Mbappe. It's Kante looking for the ideas, but he's been dispossessed of the ball. As Paulo Dybala has got it. There's Paulo Dybala again, but here comes MBO through Benzema, through Griezmann once again. Lots of midfield action here. Griezmann, lovely play to the far side, looking for Kylian Mbappe, but would have to deal with Martinez. Oh my goodness, that is a second there. MBO is out by 2-1.
What a gift of a goal that was. I mean, Joao losing focus, gifting the ball to MBO, who didn't waste no time about that. Punished him severely right there, shot into the lead. MBO all the way at this moment.
Yes, it's MBO at the moment. He's just proving that he's got so much quality under his sleeves there. A lot of experience from Istanbul. Here comes Pogba back to Griezmann, but it's been stopped by DePaul. MBO again recovers as he will have to search through the middle. It's back to Tchouaméni, back to N'Golo Kante, and he finds Griezmann. Oh, beautiful connection there. Finds Mbappe. He's such a danger up front there, Mbappe. But the shot is too feeble. As Emiliano Martinez will get at that one, sends in a long one. Martinez. Back to Di Maria. It's been cut out by Koundé. Back into the middle. Here comes a hot chase. And a ding-dong affair in the middle. And that is the first yellow card of this game. Goes to Karim Mustafa Benzema, I'm sure.
Actually, to Rodriguez.
Rodrigo DePaul,
yeah,
I mean, he's a very physical player.
Definitely, very physical. It's no surprise he has been the first player carded right here. But then, at this point, I'm sure Joao, after this first half, I mean, we've just come to the end of the first half here. Look at that, possession-wise, Argentina playing 59%, but then they are down against the run of play. It is France who, rather with 41% of possession, who managed 6 shots, and now they have 2 goals to their credit right here. And some technical switches being seen here. Look at that setup of Argentina. 4-1-2-3, it looks like, with some custom positions right there.
I mean, just 45 minutes left. Let's see if Yao can get back into this game. Back to his goalkeeper, Emiliano Martinez, who's got Acuna in ample of space. Back to Dybala, Paulo Dybala, quality player by all standard. Here's got Lionel Messi calling for the ball. He finds him, finds DePaul, but he's been cut out. As Paul Pogba will have to lift the ball for Griezmann. Back to Karim Mustafa Benzema. But again, it's end-to-end stuff as DePaul will get at the broken pieces. We'll have to search for it. Mbappe finds Benzema. Here he comes on a hot run there from the far side. Griezmann has been dispossessed of the ball as Lionel Messi will have to search for it for Joao. Dybala, Martinez, twisting and turning, sandwiched by so many players into open space, but to nobody in particular. Oh my goodness, comes off the body of Hugo Lloris. Brave save there. And it shows that he will always be one of the most favorites. Silver spell of hands. It's back. It's still Argentina threatening here. It's cleared out of danger. Mbappe is back to Rodriguez, back to Paulo Dybala. Di Maria, oh, that is open ball. Oh, easy to score down to miss.
How could he miss that? Lautaro Martinez of all people. Right from just a 6-yard box, and he fluffed that. But then, I mean, one too many times I've seen this in real life. I mean, Timo Werner, quite a culprit of such situations. And recently, Darwin Núñez is, you know, just trying to walk in that same shadow.
I mean, very interesting there. I mean, that was rather easy to score down to miss, but Yao decided to just blast it wide.
And it looks like Joao at this point is causing a lot of fouls, a lot of really bad tackles here. Okay, rather, this one was from MBO.
He knows that his time is not just by his side, Yao. DePaul, he will have to trap back again, decides to leave the ball to Rodriguez, who was looking for Messi, but it's been cut out by N'Golo Kante, as Mbappe will have to switch the ball to the far side and find Griezmann. Here he comes, Griezmann, Antoine Griezmann, But again, he's dashed the ball to his opponent as Watamendi will have to squeeze it through. Finds Di Maria. Ample of space for Messi. DePaul. Oh, nice off there by Griezmann once again. Quality play, quality start from both players. MBO definitely using experience at this juncture. Benzema. Lovely touch there by Karim Mustafa Benzema. He's such a very tough customer. Swinging it inside. And again, Emiliano Martinez has got his hand to it. That's a huge boot, huge clearance there. But it's still MBO who's got the ball, but it's dashed the ball to João as Lionel Messi has got the ball in his possession. Lots of battles down the middle. Martinez finds Messi, back to Dybala. Open space. Oh, lovely play though! That is it, that is a equalizer. And again, he's been halted. His dreams have been halted.
Of course, the VAR was active there, spotting that overstepping of the offside line, and that goal definitely will be pulled back. But then, of course, that shows strong intent from Joao, who is definitely trying to get back into the game. He's eager to get one back and get that equalizer quick, because I mean, this game is a game of two legs. This particular final is a final of two legs, so after this particular match they will play out the second leg, and the winner will definitely be judged on aggregate scores. And so I mean, there's all to play for, and definitely they would want to get, both players will want to get some favorable scoreline in this particular first leg before getting even into the second leg right there.
Lovely distribution there. Here comes Di Maria. But Messi puts the ball to Taro Martinez, but again it's France who have managed to clear their line so well. As N'Golo Kante will leave the ball for Griezmann. That's the ball to Di Maria once again. He's spotting a space. Lots of balls, but again, you can see both players not really making use of the flanks.
I don't know why, but then probably per their gameplay or their game plan, that is what they want. I mean, they want to probably go centrally and just try.
Let's
to
see
get
here, but here comes Dybala. Oh, what a shot there, and rebound. And France keep their lines very intact there, preventing the danger. It's still Argentina, back to Dybala. Oh, he turns, but again a shot quite feeble there. Hugo Lloris equal to the tax. What do you make of that moment of magic?
That was very excellent defending there from MBO. Now in eFootball 23, they seem to have introduced that tactical defending that we often see in FIFA, and so now in eFootball you can add your L2 button, and that will enhance your defending, causing interceptions right there. And it looks like both players have really mastered that skill, and so they are really defending and intercepting and blocking shots very, very well right here, which is very nice to see. But then of course, definitely some balls will definitely go through and bring us the goals.
We just got just few seconds here for the first leg. And let's see what becomes of this one. But so in case you've just joined our live stream, it is the ACCRA ESPORTS Week, and we're having fun at the Accra Mall food court here. Everything to play for is at stake, and the players have that in mind as well. Vespa?
Definitely they have that in mind. We also have that in mind, because I am thoroughly enjoying myself right here at the food court, particularly because of the the fragrances of the food that is surrounding us. And I'm right here just dreaming of probably some pizza I might be enjoying later. But then right now I am duly enjoying the gameplay. This is eFootball, the eFootball Conquest, and we are in that very grand final. It's a very final match right here. It is a game of two legs, and so in this first leg, which we have just a few seconds more, we definitely are seeing the scoreline 2-1 in favor of MBO as against Joao, the Portuguese, and here we go.
Well, so just a few seconds here as we'll look to round up the first leg. Slicing the e-swinger, but again it's straight into the arms of goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez. Looks like MBO has stolen the show in the first leg by beating Yahoo by 2-1. Interesting play there. And once again, it's Yahoo that ran away with possession. But in terms of scoreline, he's been trashed.
Yes, in terms of scoreline, Yao has been trashed, but then he really did well coming back into the second half. He improved his gameplay. I mean, he got one goal back, but then unfortunately, he couldn't get that very required goal that could have probably earned him a draw, or maybe more goals that could have got him the winner. But then kudos to MB as well for keeping his cool. he actually maintained sure that he won this particular match. And so it looks like they want to both reselect some different teams and maybe get into that second leg. So we're right here, the Accra Mall has been announced earlier. It is Accra Esports Week, where we're having the grand finals of all the games that have been played throughout the week happening live here. There is 20,000 Ghana cedis up for grabs. But at this point, let me make mention of our partners and sponsors, and of course organizers who've made this happen. So to pop out who are the brain behind this entire event, we say shout out to you. The CEO himself, Mr. Maximus Ametago, is on grounds making sure that everything is happening as it should. And so, I mean, it's lovely, isn't it?
I mean, that's lovely. And look at the number of people we've drawn out this evening to stay and then stick and then watch this actions that is unfolding right before us here. I mean, it's interesting. This is a huge signal to the rest of Africa that we've got something coming up in the years to come. But we've got to start from a point, and here looks to be it.
So kudos to Pop Out, but then we can't do that without mentioning the Esports Association of Ghana, who have been very instrumental, of course, bringing out the production crew, bringing out, the broadcast crew, like you're seeing here, bringing out the communities of the players together for this event. Esports Association of Ghana, awesome. Also to the government, federation, of course, the Ghana Esports Federation, they've been also wonderful in supporting us right here. And also to Play Province, to Play Arena, to Otium, to Yetra. These are all gaming lounges, in fact, gaming centers, we used to call them, gaming hubs as they are called now. If you want to enjoy some gaming out there, maybe you're experiencing this fun activity right here, you want to go somewhere, enjoy more, you can, of course, head to Yetra, which is right here at the Accra Mall. You can go to Otium Gaming Lounge at East Legon. You can go to, of course, Esports Academy, where you actually be trained. You'll be given some training. And, of course, throughout the week, that was where we were hosted for a major part of this Accra Esports Week. Now, to the French Embassy, they have been very supportive of us as well. So, kudos to you. And to Letty Arts, come on, we can't do this without mentioning them, because this particular festival has brought together a whole lot of stakeholders, right from game developers. And talking about game development, Letty Arts are a Ghanaian company which is into game development. Now they have promised us that come next year they will produce a competitive game where we can actually witness right here a made in Ghana game where we'll have players in Ghana participating for prizes. So this whole entire Accra Esports Week has consolidated a lot of groups, bringing us together to connect, have fun, of course, win most importantly. And talking about winning, we have that eFootball match coming up on our screen again. It is the second leg of that grand final match happening between Joao and, of course, MBO. MBO winning that first leg 2-1. Did you expect that victory from the start?
It was forthcoming, knowing well the pedigree of the two players. It could swing to either side because, Yao have got a quality, MBO have got a quality as well. It's just about mental fortitude at this juncture. It's about determination. It's just about who might be a bit luckier, at this particular point. And it went the way of MBO. Let's see what happens in the second game as well. That's a big one. So there we go for the second leg here. And it's France versus Argentina. And it's Joao that is taking on MBO. Trameni finds Kunde, but he's been stopped. Here comes Benzema, finds Mbappe, but it's Acuna for Argentina. And for Yao as well. Rabiot finds Griezmann. Lovely play there. Finds Andre Rabiot again. Quick distribution. Kylian Mbappe. Ample of space. So nobody in particular. But again, Martinez at the right point to claim that ball. He's sensing a very long one. Korea finds the ball once again in the middle. Left in plenty of space. Rodriguez goes for the shot and is way off the target. That's Mustafa carrying Benzema instead.
Yes, that was Benzema right there with a right-footed Keller aiming for the far end of the post, but then just missing the post wide by inches. And it looks like in this game MBO has started really strong right here. He has gotten the first chances of this game, and I'm sure he's hoping to add to his tally so that he can actually win on the aggregate.
So let's see. That's so many finds Theo Hernandez, pushes the ball to the far side to find Pogba as he drops the ball deep to Kylian Mbappe. The man who got so much space. Mbappe goes for the power and it's cutting play, and that side netting by Karim Mustafa Benzema. The big Benz is yet to spark on the highway. quality stuff there from MBO.
Definitely quality stuff, and MBO is really threatening at the doorstep of Joao. I mean, he is giving Joao no chance to breathe at all in this game, and I'm loving it. Go on, MBO. But of course, definitely Joao is picking a few lessons to, get back into the game. He looks like one who starts slow, but then in second half of the game, he definitely comes strong. So let's see how this particular game will pan out.
Well, let's see how he comes into the party. But here comes the ball for Yahoo, finds Dybala at the far side. Di Maria, ample of space, goes around his marker, but it's been stopped by Pogba. Tromaini, Rabiot, a fine Griezmann. Back to Kylian Mbappe. Oh, lovely play there. Finds Karim Mustafa Benzema, ample of space. But again, the first touch was always going to be a problem. Back to Lionel Messi. And it's Messi sandwiched by so many players. Still keeps the ball. Back to Lionel Messi once again. Finds the ball. And it's back to Karim Mustafa Benzema. Mbappe finds Griezmann. Ample of space. And so much time wasting there.
Oh, he actually ran into that stalwart defense of Joao, who has really positioned his defenders very well. And so he isn't really also giving MBO much space to, carefully time his shots. And I mean, that's beautiful from Joao. Really decent defensive work. But then, I mean, he also should probably hold up well in the midfield so that he doesn't give the opportunity to MBO to attack him too much. Because MBO, when you give him that chance, he definitely will get a goal or two from those attacks.
Let's see. Yao needs to be very careful because he's down by a goal, where he needs to get back into this game. Back to Di Maria, the far right inside. Benzema is back to Pogba, looking for that space. Hall chase down the left inside, drifting into the middle, and it's back to Mbappe. But again, it's Martinez who recovered so well, flash it back to his goalkeeper as Romero will have to send the ball back to his goalkeeper. Martinez has been very busy in this game as well. Back to Aquiña. Otamendi. Quality stuff there from Yahoo as well. Really dominating this round here, but nothing to show forth. As Benzema will have to search forward for MBO. Mbappe goes for the killer. But again, Emiliano Martinez equal to the tax. What a moment of magic there. What a game we'll have it.
Obviously, Emiliano Martinez is the one big figure for that Argentine national team. I mean, kudos to him. The Argentines were able to win that Qatar World Cup final right there. And of course, his heroics definitely was one to watch.
Di Maria, Lionel Messi fails to flash that ball into the back of the net. But again, ricochets off his marker. Di Maria, and that is it. It's back into the game. Yes, Yahoo is back into the game. What an equalizer. And what a goal by Angel Di Maria.
Of course, in the second leg here, we are now seeing Joao coming in with with the first goal of the second leg. And look at how he did that. He actually was in prime position to finish off the rebound. And awesome. Now, on aggregate, we are at 2-2 between both players. And wow. And do you think we might have to go into some more games to determine who the winner was, just like we saw in that, first semi-final game between him and Prince?
Interesting stuff, of course. And don't forget the third place, who went for almost 4 games to be able to determine who won that game.
Third and fourth place match, rather. Wow.
Big game it was. And final, as expected, could equally be leaving to the same building. But Vespa, we are at a very vital place here. We are at a center point. We will need to be calling lots of corporate people to come on board, a lot of individuals who love football. This is the time to make that clarion call on them.
Most definitely, that is, of course, one relevance of the ACCRA Esports Week, and that is why we are out here in open space, so that a lot of people walking around can actually appreciate what esports is about in our country and how far esports has come. Now, esports is no longer the game that you will play indoors or in the game centers. It's become professional. Now we have professional esports teams who are even looking out to sign some players on. We have professional players who are also looking to participate in tournaments like this and win. And so definitely it is one avenue creating employment, creating some sort of activity for the youth in our country, and definitely this is where corporate industries definitely should be tapping into avenues which can engage the youth. And with all of that, we definitely will be bringing up a great industry for esports in our country and of course in our part of the world. And that brings us to the end of the halftime of the second leg right here. Victor, your remarks on that particular first half?
Well, I told you that Yao really dominated the first 45 minutes, and then it is showing on the scoreboard. And here we go for the next 45-minute department of this particular game. Yao will control from the left-hand side where it's got the ball to Korea. Back to Aquina. Lovely round down into the 18-yard, swings in the ball, and he's back into the lead here. Oh, really dominating this game, and he's the captain, the man who touched the heavens in Qatar, has gotten him on the score sheet. Yao, the Portuguese international, he's really teaching MBO some lessons.
Now, just when I was about saying that Messi has been too quiet in this game, he has delivered, and that is what he does. He delivers his magic just in time to put his team up there. And of course, no one can downplay the instrumentality that Messi brought to forth in that Qatar World Cup. And we can see him doing same right here. And it looks like if things remain the same way, Joao is definitely going to win on that aggregate of 3-2 against MBO. And so MBO has an uphill task of getting back into this game, because definitely Joao is running away with it.
He's running away with it, but here is MBO chasing the shadows of this game. But here he comes. Korea and Di Maria once again. It is MBO allowing so much space for MBO to attack. And he needs to be just for Yao to attack. He needs to be very careful. Griezmann. Here comes MBO, but he's been possessed of the ball by Rodriguez. As the Paul will have to search for it through Korea. Di Maria, lovely play there, but he's been stopped again by Chouameni. DePaul is back to Rodriguez, looking for that space, but again he's been handed a very tough position. Mbappe gives the ball away to Lisandro Martinez as Di Maria will drop deep to assist with defensive duties. Looking very quality there, Lisandro Martinez, twisting and turning. Aquina to the far side, switching play beautifully. Lots of time wasting there as well. DePaul. There's still DePaul. And he gives the ball away to Andre Rabiot. And it's a France team who is now attacking. That is MBO on a search for that consolation in his second leg. All misplaced touch there. And that nearly resulted in a consolation for MBO, and it's Kylian Mbappe who knows he could have done better on that occasion. But they've got a corner kick. It's Kylian Mbappe who goes behind that ball to see if he can drift it inside. There's a lot of men in white and blue are waiting at the receiving end of it. Oh my goodness, what a textbook header.
Now that was close. That was really close for MBO, who is frantically trying to get back into the game right here. At the moment, he's down on aggregate, and he definitely wants to do anything at all to get back into the game and probably push it, you know, for some extra game to determine who the winner would be, because there is 500 Ghana cedis up for grabs for the winner. Obviously, second place will walk home with a consolation amount of 200 Ghana cedis, but then definitely both of these players want to go for the ultimate. I'm sure if you were there, you would probably be gunning for ultimate.
Certainly the ultimate should be the aim, as these two players have taken the center stage. But what a moment. Yao was down in the first leg. He came into the second leg. What could be the magic? There's a lot of motivation for him.
Definitely a lot of motivation. Joao always comes in with that special guest, and I'm sure that special guest is right there, really motivating Joao right there. He looks back, and then he sees that special guest, and then he gets a lot of energy to get into this game right now. Of course, MB also has a lot of support. The Play Province boys are right there, coaching him, shouting at him, giving him all that moral support that he needs, and definitely that is just enough to, push him through. But then, this is a game of eFootball where you can come in with your best but still not get enough done. So let's see how this goes.
Let's see how that goes. They're probably going for the 4-2-2 formation, that against the 4-2-1-3. But let's see what these two players have got under their sleeves. But at this juncture, it is Yao that is smiling. as he would have wished the game would have been brought to a halt at the moment. But that's not possible as we've got some few minutes to clear.
Definitely a few minutes to go, and then we can determine if Joao is going to carry home the gold medal for this eFootball Conquest, or is MBO going to pull up a surprise. A host of changes have been made, a host of tactical tweaks have been added as well. Let's see how that will pan out for both players inside the last 34 minutes of this game.
Well, so let's see how that pass out the air. What a shot there by Lionel Messi, but what a hand to it by Hugo Lloris. Makes a double save, and he knows it. Look at the frustration, and MBO needs to be very careful. Ample of space, very leaky back, of course.
Very leaky right here. And I'm sure that moment of nervousness and anxiety got to him. And in eFootball or in esports, within a few minutes you might lose your cool and cause a lot of errors. But then you need to regather and then get back on your steez.
So I've seen that Moussa Diaby having introduced, as well as Coleman, Kingsley Coleman, who plays for Bayern Munich, has been brought on by MBO. But here comes Palucius for Argentina. Back to Martinez. Ample of space surrounded by so many players. He's been dispossessed of the ball, as Kylian Mbappe will have to drift it in for MBO. Fernandez gives the ball away to Chouameni, but it's back to Moussa Diaby at the far right inside. Drops the ball to Karim Mustafa Benzema, who's been very busy. Finds Kylian Mbappe. Ample of space. Is that the equalizer? That is equalizer from MBO. Quality stuff, quality delivery, and what a way to beat Emiliano Martinez.
Excellent goal right there. Very big goal coming in the 76th minute for MBO, and his boys are very wild here with support, actually pushing him on and edging him on. I mean, that was really cool and composed. I thought he was going to probably rush it off, but then he took his time and bent the ball.
What a strike! And it's back into the game. He's back in. He's back in. That is Lautaro Martinez. He's gotten Yao back into the lead. Quality delivery. What a shot. Got a stinger. Got a venom. And Hugo Lloris, he would have been sting as if he had touched it.
Oh my word. I mean, that goal just pushed me back into my seat. I'm wondering if Hugo Lloris had touched it, what it would have done to him. But that was quite a belter. That was quite a shot from distance, and an excellent goal right there from Joao.
Delivery, my goodness. That is Benzema. Diaby back to N'Golo Kante, but again it's out by Korea. Essa's got the ball. Mbappe. Oh, there was lots of scrappy defending there by Yao.
The game has become very frantic at this moment. We're getting very close to that ending moment, and at this point it is 4-3 on aggregate in favor of Joao. And in fact, MBO is frantic. Joao wants to put the game far away from MBO. So there's a lot for up at stakes right now in this game here. We are witnessing, it's the final leg of the very grand final of the eFootball Conquest 2023. Who gets that 500 Ghana Cedi check? Who walks with that 200 Ghana Cedi check? A few minutes up here is just going to determine that.
Well, 3 minutes to go on the clock here, but here comes Argentina through Paulo Dybala. That's Yao Martinez. Ample of space. Back to Korea. Oh my goodness, flash off. Hugo Lloris knows it. My goodness, look at the frustration. He will not be happy with his defense line, and MBO certainly must be very worried.
But then it looks like Joao has found the antidote to getting the goals. But from shooting afar, it looks like it's working from him so far, and he's been threatening with those shots. And wow, that's beautiful from Joao.
Korea looking for lots of space to trade the ball through. Left alone here, he comes. Korea against Theo Hernandez. Is back to Palucius. It's still Palucius back to Korea. These two players really controlling the game at the left inside. Rodriguez. Quality stuff there from Rodriguez. But it's out there by Moussa Diaby. Switch the ball out. Looks for Karim Mustafa Benzema. And it's back to Kylian Mbappe. But again, that is it. That is it. And it's Joao that runs away with this one. 1-3 in this particular second leg tie.
And that brings us to the very end of the CONQUEST eFootball Championship right here. And we have a winner after so many games from the group stages and through, the quarter stages, the semi-finals. We have our winning player. And so congratulations to Joao from Portugal, who has come to Ghana and has defeated us. That goes a long way to show, the dominance that Portuguese have over us. Come on, they came right there since the 1800s to dominate. Recently in our World Cup encounter, in fact way back in 2014 in Brazil, they dominated us as well. And in our recent World Cup encounter, Portuguese dominated us. And here in Accra Esports Week, Portugal, you won't allow us to breathe.
The interesting story is that MBO back in Istanbul, the first opponent he had was a Portuguese. He defeated him, went on to defeat a Belgian, and unfortunately he lost to an Iranian. But back here at Accra More Food Court, he's lost to a Portuguese again. That must be a very sad news.
Very, very sad news. Apologies for that. But then Ghana, well, definitely one day we can overcome them. But then that brings us to the end of our eFootball CONQUEST. We are definitely going to be playing another game right here. We are switching to the camps of MBO, and we'll definitely see Slimo back in the seat to bring us that wonderful cast right there. We are going for a quick break now. Stick and stay with us. It is Accra Esports Week, the very grand finals. We will be right back.
Ha 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 ha!